Okay, we're going to demo my wet one now. This is the wet one glass, this is the wet one slate, and this is the wet one aluminum. They're all made with a composite pot. What a composite pot is basically, it's a deck board. Everybody's seen deck board before. I like that material, it's great. It's not a good looking caul, it's probably not my best looking caul, but this is my #1 selling caul. I probably sell 5 or 6 of these to every other caul I make. The reason is it sounds terrific. You can abuse it, you can't hurt it. You can leave it in your vest wet, you can leave it out in the weather wet. No matter what you do, you can't hurt this caul. I'm going to show you how to play it first with the wood striker. See that writing that says the wet one on it? You just trace the along the bottom of that, rest your hand like this, get that striker pointing the direction you're going to move. Follow that writing along the bottom and you're going to be perfect every time. You can tone it down. When I go louder, just pick up the rhythm, a little longer stroke. Plays the same all the way around, no matter where you go. You want to purr with it, you want to come up on your stick a little further. That gives you a little more bounce. A lot of people get down too tight and it squeaks. Come up here where you got good bounce. You just double your fingers. See my fingers? That's all I'm moving is my fingers, just pulling it in. You want to cluck, you just pop it. You want to cut, just pick up the rhythm of popping it. Okay, that's the wood striker. Now this is my wet striker. Actually, this will work wet or dry. Now you always want to play this in a different spot than you do this, because it's got an aluminum tip on it, and you're going to leave aluminum buildup on your glass caul. So what I like to do is just pick a spot like right here. That's where I always play the wet striker. See that black right there? That's off this striker. Now you don't want to transfer that on your wood stick, or you'll be having aluminum on there. You'll be have to keep cleaning the striker. Okay, that's that one. Now I'm going to show you the wet slate. All the cauls come in instructions and your conditioners on the back you need. The wet slate works exactly the same as that. It's a composite pot, different colors all. And you put your hand on there like that there, and just you're going to rest it like that there. Plays the same all the way around. No matter where you go, it's going to play the same. This is a caul right here I use a lot in the fall. This is my best fall caul I got right here. And here it is with the carbon tip striker. This will let you play it wet or dry. See, he's going to give you a whole different sound. A little higher pitch. Okay, now I'll show you my wet aluminum. Same thing, composite pot. Okay, it's exact same caul, just aluminum over glass. That's glass over glass, that's slate over glass. Okay, here's how you play the aluminum. Just same thing, just rest your hand on there and just go back and forth. That's got a real sharp, raspy sound to it. See, it plays all the way around. You can tone it down or you can get loud with it. Okay, here it is with the carbon tip striker. Okay, now I'll show you how they all play wet. Start with the wet glass. Just put it on there. It's going to work first time, every time, no matter how wet that is. Don't make any difference. When this is wet, you don't even need a conditioner. You can just barely touch it and this will bark at you. You don't even need to hardly move that striker and get sound out of that. Okay, that's the wet glass. Now we'll do the wet slate. Same thing. See, water don't bother it. Here's the wet aluminum now. Get the water out. Same thing, carbon tip striker. If you got only like a weekend to hunt or a day to hunt and you go off to your camp and it's bad weather, you don't have to worry about it. These calls are going to work every time, guaranteed. Well, that's the end of the wet ones.